Fine. So the question tonight's shir is, when Moshiach comes, will we still have the mitzvah of remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim? And the question is both for every day of the year. Okay. So the question tonight's shir is, when Moshiach comes, will we still need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim? Which is really two mitzvahs to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim. Once every day. One mitzvah is we have mitzvah every day to remember it, which we do in the Parsha Vayemer, and also by the Sheish Zechiris. And then we have another mitzvah of remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim, which is by Pesach, by the Seder. So the question is by both of them, are we still going to have both of those mitzvahs asalavai? Right, because we know there's the mitzvah that we're going to see soon, the second Maramakim, there's the Mishnah and Brachis that Ben Azais, and there's Machlekes Ben Azai and Chachamim, whether the Chepash's Machlek is whether we're going to need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim when Moshiach comes. So that's one question. And another question that comes up, so this question was really asked someone, Apikoros, asked the Rashba. That Apikoros is asking the Rashba questions, he's bothering him. He's asking him why do you have to stand with your feet straight by Shemana Esrei and similar shilas. One of the shilas he asks him is, first of all, how can he say that all the mitzvahs in the Torah are forever? The Chayda, you see, Ben Azai says that the mitzvah of remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim is going to become batal when Mashiach comes. And not only that, but l'chayda, all the mitzvahs of Pesach are going to be batal. The Karban Pesach and Matzah Amar. Why? He says because the pasuk says when the pasuk says you should do the Karban Pesach and eat the matzahs. It says why? It says the man tiskar why should you do the Karban Pesach and the matzah and eat the matzahs in order that you should remember? As a Mayvazay, so Moshiach comes, and according to Ben Azai, according to Chachamim, we don't need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim anymore. And Mayvazay also the Karban Pesach and the matzahs we don't need to do anymore. It's all totally on Yetsias Mitzrayim. So before we get into answering the shayla, let's learn the Mishnah in the second Maramakim. The Gemara in Brachis, Staf Yud Beis Amud Beis says, yeah, this is what we say in the Haggadah. Yeah, so I'll say Yafsan Teres Chazar by the Seder. It says Maskidin Yetsias Mitzrayim Baleilis. Right, the Chachamim say that. The Mishnah says you have to the mitzvah to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim is say in the morning and say by nighttime. That's what you say Parshas Vayemer with Kriya Shema twice. Fine. Omar Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah says Harayani Kesheven Shivin Shama, and he goes on. He says V'leiza Chisi Shati Ami Yetsias Mitzrayim Baleilis. I wasn't zeicha that we should say Yetsias Mitzrayim at nighttime. Because we only the pasuk says Kol Yimei Chayecha only during the days. How do you know the nights? So until Ben Zema found the limud. How? Shenemar. It says Laman Tiskar Siyam Tzeischam Yeres Yisrayin Kol Yimei Chayecha. You should remember it all the days of your life. See, that's Hayamim. Kol Yimei Chayecha. The kol is coming to include Halilis. So that's how Ben Zema learns. And Elazar ben Azariah and Ben Zema learns. So mainly have the mitzvah at night time from the limit of the kol. Right. But then v'chachamim imrim yemei chayecha ha'ilam hazeh. Kol, what's the kol? It's not talking about Leilis. It's the havili meisa Mashiach. That also by meisa Mashiach, you still need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim. So Pashas, you have the machlekes. There's two parts of the machlekes. According to Chachamim, you only need to remember your Meisa Mashiach, but you don't need to remember it at night. You don't need to remember it at nighttime. And according to Elazar ben Azariah and Ben Zema, it's the other way around. It's that you have to remember it at nighttime, but l'chayra Pashas, you don't need to remember when Mashiach comes. According to Ben Zema, Pashas. So now the Gemara continues on. The Gemara says, Tanya, Amar Lahem ben Zema l'chachamim, v'chi maskidin Yetsias Mitzrayim li'meisa Mashiach. Do you really think that you actually need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim when Mashiach comes? V'halik far nemar, does the pasuk not say, Hi neyamim bayim, the days will come, Nu'um Hashem, v'lo yomer oid Chai Hashem. When people make a vow, they won't say Chai Hashem, I swear in the name of the Eibusher, Asher Helas b'nei Yisrael me'eretz Yisrael. I swear by the Eibusher took the Yidden out of Mitzrayim. That's not what they're going to say. Ki'im, they're going to say Chai Hashem Asher Hela, Asher Hevi, Ezer Abeis Yisrael me'eretz Lefeina, Mikol HaRotzis, Asher Yidachtim Sham. Rather, they're going to swear by the Eibusher took the Yidden out of the Golus, the final Golus. They're not going to mention Yetsias Mitzrayim anymore because the final Golus is going to be so much greater. So how can Chacham say that you need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim also when Moshiach comes? So Amru Loi, Chamim answered him, Loi Shati Akri Tzis Mim Kaima. Doesn't mean that we're not going to be saying it at all. Elash Tehei Shibud Malchias Iker. Just means that the Iker Geula that everyone's going to remember is going to be the last Gadlus, the last Geula. If Yetsias Mitzrayim Tafel, it's going to be Tafel. It's not going to be such a. It's not going to make such a stur in Yetsias Mitzrayim. But we're still going to remember it. The mitzvah doesn't change. The mitzvah is going to be also lovely. So this is the shaila that one of the Apikurim was asking the Rashba. You say the Torah mitzvah is forever. According to Ben Azai, okay, according to Chachamim, it's not going to be forever. I mean, according to Ben Zayma, according to Ben Zayma, it's not going to be forever. It's going to stop when Moshiach comes. And not only that, but Pashtos, that's how we paskin in halacha, right? We paskin that the mitzvah Zeichas Yitzrayim is side by day and side by night. That's why we have the Parsha Vayimer. We say it in Kriya Shema in the morning and at nighttime. So what's going on? So we pass them like Ben Zayma, and Moshiach, we're not going to remember it anymore. So how can we say Torah mitzvahs forever? And then also the second shayla, l'chayda, what about all the mitzvahs of Pesach? All the mitzvahs of Pesach are nor they should remember Yetsias Mitzrayim. So maybe we don't need to remember. Maybe we won't need to do that when Moshiach comes either. And we're back, and again, it's a shayla on the nitzchias of the mitzvahs of Torah. So how are we going to answer this? So either you could say, so before you get to answer the Rashba Taka learns Kipshutai, the Taka, the mitzvah of Yetsias Mitzrayim will be batal. He has a beer now, but before we get to his beer, there's two other ways that we could say that we could learn that no, Taka, Yetsias Mitzrayim won't be batal lovely. How? So there's either two ways. Either you could say that. So the shayla is either you could say we don't paskin pashtus, we paskin like. How do we pass in like Ben Zayma, right? Because we say Yetsias Mitzrayim at nighttime. So, yeah. So either you could say we're gonna one way you can answer is that really we don't pass in like Ben Zayma. Really we passing like Chachamim, that the limit of kol is Ahavi L'Meis Moshiach. Why do we do it by nighttime? You could say that Ben Zayma wasn't really arguing. Chachamim, we pass like Chachamim. Chachamim also hold that you have to say it at nighttime. They were just arguing about what the limud is. How do you learn it out? That's one way. Well, we're going to see on the tzlach in number 3. Another way we're going to get to afterwards is there's another mechudesh pshat. Taka we paskin like Ben Zayma, that the limit of kol is coming to include is lahavi aleilis, but he also holds of the limit of chachamim that lahavi l'meis Moshiach. Kol includes both of them. Kol includes both of them. So how are we going to do this? So in the third mile, in number 3, the tzlach in brachas, so there he says, he brings a machlekes rishonim. Says he lefi pirushei shel habar tenura. The way the bar tenura explains the hay v'leiza chisi, the common Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah, who lashon yitzuach. What does leiza chisi mean? It wasn't zeicha to what? So the bar tenura, what? Bar tenura teaches lashon yitzuach. I wasn't zeicha to defeat them. Meaning that they were arguing la halacha la ma'isa. Chachamim said you don't say it at nighttime, and he said you do. So if so, shalei hayachal l'natseach es chachamim. So pshat is he wasn't able to defeat the chachamim at shedash ben zayma. So im kain miklad the pligi chachamim usvir leisha imas kirin Yetsias Mitzrayim b'leilis. So he was like, come days that chachamim hold that you don't say it at nighttime. It says avol, but the Rambam teaches differently. Avol Rabbeinu HaGadol, the Rambam bePirush HaMishnah Pirshu. He says loshin zchus. Zechisi is not loshin. I wasn't minatzeach. I didn't get to conquer them. It's loshin zechus. What was he not zeicha? Shlei zachal das haremes shenirmes because of chi of zichin zebalelis. He wasn't zeicha to know where do we learn this halacha out from. Meaning everyone agreed that you have to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim also at nighttime. Ben Zayim and Chachamim, everyone agreed. They're arguing about how do you know this? Where do you learn it out from? Chachamim said we have a limud from kol. Ben Zayim said we have a limud from kol. Kol yimei chayecha. And came Chachamim and said no, you can't make a limud from kol because it could be kol. It's talking about you might make some Moshiach. Oh, so shayas where do they learn it out from? Okay, that's a good shayla where they learn it out from. I'm not sure where they learned it out from, but this is how we teach it. Yeah, there's no machlekes. Fine, he goes on. He says, "Im kein ikla meimar shebeguf hadin ein beishum plukto." You can say in the actual din when you need to say Kirishma at nighttime, there's no machlekes. V'reisha de Mishnah seinu maskirin Yetsias Mitzrayim b'leilis u'maimer muchlat ve'imei plukto. And with this, how we say in the beginning of the Mishnah that you need to say Yetsias Mitzrayim at nighttime. Everyone agrees, l'chol hadayos, no one argues. So according to this, even though Chachamim, even though L'chida ben Zema holds that we're not going to mention Yetsias Mitzrayim Moshiach comes, but who do we paskin like? We say Yetsias Mitzrayim at nighttime, so Pashas the whole time we think since we paskin you have to say Yetsias Mitzrayim also at nighttime, we paskin like ben Zema. But according to the Tzlach, if it could be really we paskin like Chachamim. Because Chachamim also hold they need to say it at nighttime. And Memela, so Sai says, so we can pass like both. Sai, we say it at nighttime, and Sai, we say it in Moshiach. This is, sorry if I lost anyone over here. And sorry if I lost anyone. Okay. And so this is one pshat. So according to this pshat, you could say the taka you passing like chacham, and we're still going to say Yetsias Mitzrayim Moshiach comes. What's another way you could learn?
So even Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah will agree that Yetsias Moshiach comes, you'll say.
No, so Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah doesn't. He does. Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah you won't. But according to him, you don't say Yetsias Mitzrayim. The shaila is how do we paskin? Until now, we do it at nighttime, so you have to say you paskin like Elazar ben Azariah. But now that we say that, no, Chachamim also hold you say it at nighttime, so it could be we really paskin like Chachamim. And we are going to still say it when Moshiach comes. That's one way. Another way, in the number 4, there's a Pirush on the Agadah from one of the Rishonim they found, Avram Chadida. I don't know too much about him. He says that he wants to say that also really, it seems like Chachamim, like the Elazar ben Azariah, they learn out cold that you need to say it at nighttime. But the Mesa Mashiach, they don't. So he wants to say no. He says he can't say that. He wants to say that Elazar ben Azariah also agrees that you're going to say it in Mesa Mashiach. They're just arguing about how do you know that you're going to, the limit for nighttime. But everyone agrees that you're going to say it also by Mesa Mashiach. Because from kol he learns out both. He says from the word kol you can learn out sai to Mesa Mashiach and sai to that you're going to say it at nighttime. You can learn out both. This is number 4. He says, "V'im tistapik v'toymar," and you're going to ask me, Yetsias Mitzrayim le'tishtane. If we just said before that Yetsias Mitzrayim is one of the mitzvahs in the Torah, and the mitzvah and the Torah doesn't change. It's saying le'mar shalei yishtane davar mitoras Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom. Nothing from Moshe Rabbeinu's Torah is going to change. V'hu amunah emunus hadas, that the Torah is forever. It's one of our amunas. Ech yechelek Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah al chachamim shedarshin eisli Moshe Mashiach. How could they argue with the chachamim? They say eisli Moshe Mashiach, and he says no, we're not going to say Moshe Mashiach. So how could it be? So he says v'atshuva al zeh. The answer to this is shezeh hasafik in klum. This question is not a good question. Why? Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah wasn't coming to say that we're not going to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim when Mashiach comes. Ella efsher shesvarasehu shehadrasha tisbel kol. Really, we're just meant to say as a word kol yimechayecha can include everything. We're saying lemar yomim v'leilis. Sai you can learn out from yomim leilis and v'yomim Mashiach. You can learn out everything. So this is Mechudesh Tikei Pshat he wants to say. You want to say that Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah says that kol is only coming to teach me leilis. He didn't mean only leilis. He also agrees that it's going to be Yemei Mashiach. Okay, so this until now. so these are both. The two Mechudesh Tikei Pirushim in the Mishnah. How you could say that Takid lahalacha you might see Yetsias Mitzrayim. We will still remember Yetsias Mitzrayim l'asilavim. But what if you understand kipshute? What if you say kipshute that we paskin like Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah and l'cheda we're not going to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim l'asilavim? So then how are you going to answer the shilas of the apikodesh? L'cheda the Torah never changes. So the Rashba has the Rashba he says a nice word. He says what's the reason we need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim every day? Why did the Eibusha make such a mitzvah? He says because through remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim, we remember that the Eibusha is the balabas of the world. The Eibusha wants to remember that he makes nissim, he does the flows, he changes everything, he's in control. He says if so, he says even though we're not going to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim when he makes a Mashiach, but the mitzvah isn't going to become batal. The reason for the mitzvah isn't going to be batal because instead of Yetsias Mitzrayim, we're going to be busy remembering the last Geula. The point of the mitzvah is to remember the geula that Eibusher did, that he's the Baal Bas in the world. So instead of Geulas Mitzrayim, we'll remember the geula of Moshiach.
Will change the nusach?
I guess so. I guess the nusach will change. Right? We say, right? Ki Masha Hella. Like we said, right? Like we said in the Gemara, right? He said, like Varnemar, he. V'lo yemir Chai Hashem Asher Helas b'nei Yisrael miyas Mitzrayim. Ki im, we're going to say Chai Hashem Asher Helas Asher Hevi Yisrael b'nei Yisrael v'eretz tzvayin mikol aretz Yisrael asher yidachtim sham. So he says, really, the mitzvah isn't really becoming batal. So this is in number 5. The Rashba says, Da, it's on the bottom. Da, she'ein hakavana b'kriyas shema. The whole reason for saying kriyas shema is, and with Yetsias Mitzrayim, is rak kedei sheniskar b'peh hanisim she'asa lanu Hashem yizbarich. It's just that we should remember the miracles that the Eibusher did for us. Shehitziyan mi Mitzrayim, acher that He took us out of Mitzrayim. Acher heyuseinu avodim pruchim dali koyach. After we were worn out slaves. Without any koyach tachas sivlis melech rav am kosher, after a powerful king and a strong nation. The im haskira, and through remembering this, nikva shehu hamashkiach. Through this, remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim will be kavun in our hearts that the Eibusher is the one who watches over who watches over us. V'hayochel, and the Eibusher can do anything. And nothing could hold back, nothing holds us back the Eibusher from what he wants to do. And another thing, that it also will strengthen, through remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim, strengthens our emunah. So if so, being that this is the whole reason Yetsias Mitzrayim, of remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim, so it's not a problem to say we're not going to remember it anymore. He says in the second paragraph, since this is the reason why we need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim when Moshiach comes, this thing is also accomplished through remembering that the Eibusher took us out of the last Golus, that He took us out from all the scattered nations. And this kavanah, this intention, will be even stronger, will be even greater than remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim. And if you say pshat like this, it turns out the whole mitzvah of remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim never became batal. Because the whole reason for remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim is to remember that Eibusher is the Baal Bas. Maybe we'll mention both. That's what Chachamim say.
In a lot of the sikhs, the Rebbe says, Shagi b'tira ma'an. That especially is such a big light. They also love it, so we don't need it. It just outshines Yetsias Mitzrayim. So it's not that we're not going to mention it. We have a much greater light. You take a candle and a light. It's a much greater light, so it goes on the side.
Right, so
it becomes a big tuffle, and it's included already. I have a bigger thing to talk about.
Right.
So it's not that it becomes bottle. It's just much a higher level.
Yeah. So this is how the Rashba answers the question. How could he say that we're not going to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim is not a bittul of the mitzvahs of Torah? So what about the question that so according to the Rashba, he understands Pashas that we're not going to remember the mitzvah of Yetsias Mitzrayim Lasud Lavi. So what about the mitzvahs of Karban Pesach and Matzah, which the pasuk says the whole reason for it is L'man Tizkar Yetsias L'meichayecha. So L'cheda maybe we won't need to do the Karban Pesach anymore. So he says no. He says it's not pshat. He says when the Torah says L'man Tizkar, it's not saying you should do the Karban Pesach and you should eat the matzahs in order that you should remember Yetsias Mitzrayim. He says no. He says the reason he says it's the other way around. The Eibusher is saying why should you remember Yetsias Mitzrayim in order that you should remember to do the Karban Pesach and in order that you should do the Karban Pesach and eat the matzahs every year. That's Shalom Antizka. Antizka is saying the reason in order you should remember Yetsias Mitzrayim in order that you shouldn't forget to do the Karban Pesach every year. Right, he's dying from the pasuk. Right, he says. The pasuk says leiseicha olav matzah chametz shivas yom teichel in number 1. The pasuk says leiseicha olav matzah chametz shivas yom teichel olav matzah islachem oini ki b'chipasin yitzasem Yisrael l'man tizkar. So he says if you're going to say the reason, when the pasuk is telling you the reason why you need to do the Karban Pesach is in order that you should remember it, so it should say l'man tizkar right away. Why does it say b'chipasin before b'chipasin? It should say l'man tizkar sim teichel Yisrael. Why ki b'chipasin yitzasem Yisrael? But it switches it around. He says, really, what's the pasuk saying? It says, the pasuk says, you should eat matzah and chametz. Why? Keep b'chipazin Yetsias. Because he went out b'chipazin. That's why, because the Eibusha took it out of Eretz Yisrael b'chipazin, that's why we do the carbon Pesach and we eat the matzah. And what's Laman Tiskar same Tzeischem Mitzrayim? And he says, and therefore you should remember Yetsias Mitzrayim all the days of your life, in order that you should remember to do the carbon Pesach. He brings a dugma l'davar. Says the Torah says you should zechzim Shabbos l'kashrei. You should remember Shabbos, and then it says l'mani nuach shercha v'chamercha. So are you going to say the whole reason for keeping Shabbos in order that your shercha v'chamercha, that your sher and your chamer should rest? Obviously that's not why he says that. He's saying l'mani nuach shercha, saying your animal should rest, and rather you should keep the Shabbos properly. See, it's the same thing over here. Levan Tizkar is going on what we said previously. So he says, yeah, it's not a problem. So he says, even if you say that we're not going to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim, Lasid Lavei, still, we will still need to keep the Seder. So, fine. So, the next thing we need to discuss is even if you say Kipshutai, like the Rashba, that we're talking not in Reb Elazar ben Azariah, that we're not going to need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim when Moshiach comes. Well, we have to think about it. There are two mitzvahs. There's a mitzvah to remember it every day, and there's also a mitzvah to say there at nighttime. So are both of them going to be batal? So the Rebbe in Haggadah was addressing a question. There's a famous question at Taka. Why do we have two mitzvahs? Remembering Yetsias Mitzrayim. We have mitzvah to remember every day of the year, and then we have another mitzvah to remember on Pesach. So why do we have two mitzvahs? It's the same thing. So different answers. So one of the answers that Rebbe gives is because what the difference is, because the mitzvah remembering every day is going to be batal when Mashiach comes. Whereas the mitzvah remembering a Pesach by night, that will still apply when Mashiach comes, according to Chachamim.
Same thing with Amalek, with the Megillah. Mm-hmm. Say Megillah and the Sheish Chiz every day, Amalek.
Yeah.
You're having it every day, and then you have it again on Purim. Why do you need both? You have them. What's the meaning of Medina? It's a separate mitzvah. So is going to be bottled or not? So Megillah is never going to be bottled.
So this is so according to this, even if you say that, so it comes out even if you say that Taka we paskin like Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, and we don't need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim Moshiach comes. That's only every day of the year, but Pesach by night. Even Elazar ben Azariah agrees that you need to remember it. And so, according to this will also answer the Shaila of the Rashba, right? The Apikar is asking the Rashba of if we don't need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim anymore, maybe we don't need to do the Karban Pesach. But according to this answer that Rebbe gives, that we still do, because we still need to remember Yetsias Mitzrayim at night, Pesach by night. So you still need to do the Karban Pesach and eat the matzahs.
So what's enough to mean
So I didn't say that answer. So I just said over here. I didn't say over Dalit yet. The question is, Taka, what's the chiluk? Why should the mitzvah? If you're saying, what's the reason the Yetsias Mitzrayim is going to be? Why should only one mitzvah not be batal and not the other one? So there's a beer on the Tosefta from Chazin called Chazin Cheskel from Yecheskel Avramsky. He wants to say it because the Rambam, even though we have two mitzvahs, remember Yetsias Mitzrayim once every day and once Pesach by night, the Rambam doesn't count them both as in the Taryag mitzvahs. The mitzvah to remember, even though it's mitzvah that I say remember Yetsias Mitzrayim every day, it's not counted as one of the Taryag mitzvahs. Only Pesach at nighttime is counted as one of the Taryag mitzvahs. So all the Mefarshim are bothered why. So the Chazon Cheskel says, now Taka makes sense. Being that according to Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, the mitzvah is going to separate Yetsias Mitzrayim every day is going to be batal and Mashiach comes. Therefore, you can't count it as one of the mitzvahs, right? Because the Rambam says in the Sharshan, what do you count as a mitzvah? Only a tzivi, which is l'deiros and never changes.
So there's no mitzvah.
There is a mitzvah, but it's a chiv d'oraisa, but it's not one of the Taryag mitzvahs. All the Mefarshim. Yeah, you have certain mitzvahs. Yeah, that's not one of the. What? There are chiv and d'oraisa. You have things which are written as. Yeah. I can't think of a. So according to he says this is the reason to say why after one mitzvah will be batal and not another one. Yeah. Yeah, we'll stop here.
Shkoyach.